tell us about like how you got to panels. Like where did that come from? Been to shows with a panel here or there, and you guys identified this early on. They can kind of get off the rails too. So you were really intentional about how the panels were supposed to go. You made one mistake, which was you had me lead one. So
no.
Other than that, it seemed pretty good. But like, how did you embrace the panels and you were so intentional about it? Like, take us back to like how that came to fruition, and then hit Sean's question on the feedback.
I don't fully remember the origin, other than like I think both of us just said, like all three of us just said at one point, like I love a panel. Like I like hearing from different people, but I don't remember the exact origin of the idea.
Well, and then the individual speakers thing is like people kind of just don't want to hear from just one person, you know, and then take up all the time. But go ahead, Molly.
Yeah, so I'll speak to this a little bit. So, you know, I've been to a bunch of industry events, and we had a really short amount of time to get in front of people and educate people and share information. And we had business owners and managers from startup solo cleaners to like $10 million businesses. So we're like, okay, this is our first event. We want to be able to serve as many people, hopefully everybody in the room as possible. And there are a lot of voices out there that haven't been heard that have really great things to offer to the conversation.
Yeah.
Like people are doing such cool things and we just don't know because they're not submitting a speaker request at ARCSI or some of the other industry events. So it was like, okay, how can we bring this together in a really intentional way, focus on some really specific topics that are most important that everyone's talking about and buzzing about. And so that's how we came up. We wanted to have one awesome keynote presentation. I think we knocked it out of the park with Mike Michalowicz, like focusing on profit. And then we want to tie everything back into that. And it was quite intentional from the beginning because of our limited stage time and wanting to hear from lots of voices. And the next CleanCon will look different than this one, but man, people loved the panels. There was so much good feedback from the panels.
I heard a lot from people too that came up to me afterwards, or clients that were at the event that I've talked to, and they're just like, honestly, I normally don't like panels, but I was glued to all of those. So like, I'm like, that felt good because we didn't just, I don't know, we've all probably been on a panel before and like you show up and you sit, right? And like, that's the panel. But like, I mean, you guys know, we were super intentional about, we wanted to meet with everybody on this panel before. We had like guardrails and guidelines we wanted everybody to listen to and follow, as well as like, we used some really cool AI strategies on like curating these panels and the topics and questions for each person. So like, we really did our homework, and everybody that ran these panels like really did their homework.
Hey, home service heroes, thank you guys so much for tuning into our home service happy hour content today. I sure hope you learned a little something, and I sure as heck hope that it was entertaining. If you did find it fun and entertaining, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more cool, fun, entertaining business content. And speaking of which, stay tuned. There's a little more here and a little more right here. Check it out.